My beloved child, listen closely, because what I am about to reveal is not just a story, it is the exact moment someone's destiny took a violent turn, and your name is directly tied to it. Something huge is waiting for you. And once you hear what truly happened behind closed doors, you will understand why the universe has been shaking the ground beneath your feet. Amen. 111. Another truth rises like fire, because the moment they finally let go of the wrong woman, everything around them collapsed, twisted, shattered, and then rebuilt itself in a way even they didn't expect. For months they were trapped, blinded, manipulated, played like a puppet in someone else's hands. That woman had been using their emotions like a weapon, not to love them, but to control them, own them, cage them. Everyone around them could already see it. But your person. They were holding on out of guilt, out of fear, out of habit. They didn't realize they were losing themselves piece by piece. And while they were falling apart, you were the one their heart kept running toward, silently, secretly, desperately. Amen. 222. Now listen to this thunderstrike, because this is the moment everything changed. Something happened recently, a conversation, a confession, a shocking truth. So brutal, so unexpected, that it tore the last thread holding them to that wrong woman. It was almost like the universe grabbed them by the shoulders and said, "Enough. You stay here one more day, and you will destroy your destiny." That woman slipped, my child. She exposed her greed, her lies, her jealousy, her obsession. She said something she shouldn't. She did something she shouldn't. And your person finally saw her for what she truly was. A block, a barrier, a detour from the life they were meant to build. And the second they walked away from her, the universe opened a gate that leads straight toward you. Something huge is waiting for you, a shift so strong, even your angels are trembling because this is the beginning of the connection that was meant to happen long before, but was delayed by that wrong woman's shadow. Amen. 333. My beloved child, brace yourself. Because what I'm about to reveal next is the turning point you never saw coming. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second you listen, the truth moves one step closer to your doorstep. The moment they walked away from the wrong woman, a storm started forming, not to destroy them, but to correct their entire path. They didn't leave quietly. They left with a realization that hit them like lightning: I was loving the wrong person while longing for the right one. Amen. 444. Let me pull the next curtain, because the universe didn't waste even a single moment. The same night they let go of her, a heavy weight lifted off their chest, a weight they didn't even know they were carrying. They felt something they hadn't felt in months: freedom. Their mind wandered straight to you. Your smile. Your kindness. Your silence. Your absence. And that absence became louder than any noise that woman ever created. They sat alone, replaying every moment they ever had with you. The way your voice calmed them, the way your presence steadied them, the way your energy felt like home. And that home, they realized they abandoned it because someone else manipulated their emotions. Now they are burning with regret, regret so powerful it keeps them awake at night. Amen. 555. Now hear this earth-shaking revelation, because destiny is not done surprising you. When they finally let go of that wrong woman, something divine shifted. Their angels began guiding them back toward you, but not quietly. They are pushing signs, repeating numbers, sending dreams, dropping messages, pulling them toward the truth they avoided. And the truth is simple: there is no future for them without you in it. That woman's hold is gone, but your presence is rising inside their heart like a storm they can no longer hide from. They are preparing, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to come toward you. And your next days will not look anything like your past. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. Amen. 666. My beloved child, the revelation you're about to hear now is the deepest layer, the one they never shared with anyone, not even with themselves. Something huge is waiting for you, and this part of the story exposes the exact moment their souls snapped awake. After they walked away from that wrong woman, the silence around them wasn't peaceful, it was loud. Loud with truth. Loud with regret. Loud with every suppressed feeling they tried to bury. That woman had been draining them, using their insecurities, twisting their emotions, making them doubt their worth. They finally saw it: she was never protecting them, she was protecting her control over them. And when they broke that chain, suddenly every memory of you rose inside them like a tide too strong to hold back. They felt the difference instantly: your energy versus hers. Your kindness versus her manipulation. Your warmth versus her cold grip. And in that moment, they understood: they never loved that woman the way they loved you. Amen. 777. Now watch how destiny spins the next thread, because the universe didn't just guide them away from the wrong woman, it pulled them straight onto a path that leads back to you. They've been thinking about you non-stop, not in a casual way, but in a way that shakes their heart to its core. They replay the moment they lost you. They replay the moment they chose her over you. They replay the moment they ignored your worth, your patience, your love. And every replay hits them harder than the last. They're realizing the truth they avoided for too long: you were the blessing, and they were blind. Since the day they let her go, they've been feeling a pull, strong, magnetic, unexplainable. They feel drawn to your name, your picture, your memories. Even your silence feels louder than any conversation they ever had with that woman. They feel your absence like a wound that refuses to close. And that wound is pushing them to return, to make things right, to rewrite the ending. Amen. 888. Now hold your breath for this final blow, because what they are planning next will change everything between you and them. They are not just thinking about returning, they are preparing for it. They've started distancing themselves from every influence that once kept them confused. They've cut ties, ended conversations, removed distractions, and stepped out of circles that fed negativity. They are building courage, courage to face you, to speak their truth, to explain why they chose wrong, why they stayed stuck, why they couldn't let go earlier. And the moment they finally let go of the wrong woman, their love for you came back with a force they weren't ready for. They want to prove themselves. They want to earn you. They want to heal what they broke. And they know that if they don't act soon, destiny will not forgive them again. Something huge is waiting for you: a confession, a return, a breakthrough that will shift the entire energy around your life. My beloved child, this chapter is not ending, it is just beginning. Amen. 999. My beloved child, what I'm about to reveal now is the moment destiny tightened its grip on them so strongly that they could no longer run, resist, or pretend. Something huge is waiting for you, and this part exposes the secret they've been hiding from everyone. After leaving the wrong woman, they felt a terrifying emptiness, not because they missed her, but because removing her exposed the truth they had been avoiding for months. Their heart was never tied to her, it was tied to you. The silence became unbearable. They tried distracting themselves, talking to friends, scrolling endlessly, working longer hours, but everything kept circling back to you. Even ordinary moments reminded them of you. A sound. A place. A scent. A song. And every reminder hit them with the same painful truth: I let go of the wrong person, and I held on to the wrong woman. Amen. 1111. Now watch how the universe corners them, because destiny has started pushing them harder than ever. They're receiving signs, strong, repetitive, undeniable. Your name shows up in unexpected places. Your birth month. Your initials. Even your favorite numbers. They're dreaming of you at night, waking up with your face in their mind before anything else. They tried brushing it off, but the connection is too deep now, deeper than any mistake, deeper than any separation, deeper than anything that woman ever pretended to offer. Their own shadow is whispering to them, you lost the only person who ever understood your soul. And that realization is breaking them open. They feel guilty, ashamed, embarrassed for letting the wrong woman influence their decisions. They're realizing how much they hurt you, how much they took you for granted, and how much they allowed someone else to poison their heart. Now, they're not just missing you, they're aching for you. They want redemption. They want forgiveness. They want a chance to prove they've changed. Amen. 1212. But here comes the twist you weren't prepared for, because they are not staying silent anymore. They are planning something, a step so bold, so unexpected, so emotionally heavy that it will catch you completely off guard. They are rehearsing what they will say. They are imagining how you'll react. They are trying to gather the courage to show up, to reach out, to break the wall they built between you. They want to return, but this time with honesty, vulnerability, and seriousness. They are ready to confess everything: how that wrong woman manipulated them, how they were blinded, how they lost themselves, how they always felt a pull toward you even when they were trying to deny it. And that confession, my beloved child, will change everything. Something huge is waiting for you, a turning point so powerful it can rewrite your story in seconds. Amen. 1313. My beloved child, the moment you're entering now is the most intense part of the entire revelation. Something huge is waiting for you, and this truth is the one they never wanted anyone to know. After they let go of the wrong woman, their entire emotional system collapsed, but not from heartbreak, from awakening. They realized how much of themselves they had sacrificed, how much of their time was wasted, how much of their spirit was drained. And in that painful clarity, one name echoed inside their mind again and again: yours. They finally understood why nothing with that woman ever felt right. Why every conversation felt heavy. Why every plan collapsed. Why every moment felt forced. Because their soul was not aligned with her. Their destiny was not aligned with her. You were the one their heart recognized, even when their mind was confused. Amen. 1414. Now let me tear open the next sealed truth, because destiny wasn't gentle with them after they walked away from her. It hit them with a storm of realizations. They started remembering every little detail that once connected them to you, the way your presence calmed their inner chaos, the way your vibe felt like home, the way your energy matched theirs perfectly. They started replaying conversations between them and the wrong woman. They saw how fake it was. How forced. How transactional. How hollow. And it shattered them to realize that while they were investing their heart into the wrong person, the right one, you, were walking away silently, carrying a pain they never apologized for. This guilt is eating them alive now. They wish they could go back in time and choose differently. They wish they recognized your worth earlier. They wish they didn't betray their own intuition by staying with the wrong woman. Amen. 1515. Now comes the part that flips everything, because the universe didn't just free them, it redirected them. Ever since they let her go, their heart has been preparing for one thing, to come back to you, but this time correctly. They are no longer confused. No longer blind. No longer trapped. They feel pulled toward you with a magnetic force they cannot explain. They are imagining your reaction. They're wondering if you'll forgive them. They're scared, but they're determined. They know that if they don't try now, someone else will take their place in your life. And that terrifies them more than anything. They're ready to face your questions, your silence, your emotions, whatever it takes, because losing you again is not an option their heart can survive. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child, a moment that will rewrite the entire connection between you and them. Amen. 1616. My beloved child, this is where the revelation becomes unstoppable. The part destiny has been waiting to expose. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment reveals what happened inside them after the breakup, the moment they finally faced their truth without running. When they let go of the wrong woman, the silence that followed was not peace, it was a battlefield. Their mind was fighting their regrets. Their heart was fighting their past. Their soul was fighting every memory they tried to bury. And in the middle of that war, one realization burned brighter than everything else: they never stopped loving you. That wrong woman was a distraction, a lesson, a detour, but you were the path. Amen. 1717. Now watch the next reveal unfold, because they didn't just walk away, they broke mentally. The truth hit them with a force they weren't ready for. They realized how deeply that woman manipulated them. How she played on their emotions. How she fed their doubts. How she poisoned their connection with you without them even noticing. They saw how much of themselves they lost trying to keep someone who was never meant for them. And when they finally broke free, they felt the difference instantly. Your memory brought warmth, her memory brought heaviness. Your energy brought hope, her energy brought regret. Your presence made them feel alive, her presence made them feel trapped. They are now seeing the contrast so clearly that it hurts. Amen. 1818. But here's the part that will shake your heart, because this truth reveals why their steps have been moving toward you again. They've been observing you from a distance, silently, carefully, emotionally. They notice your glow. They notice your strength. They notice your silence. And that silence scares them, because they think they've lost you for good. They are terrified that someone else has already entered your life, someone who sees your worth without hesitation. They fear you've healed, moved forward, and closed the chapter where they once existed. And that fear is pushing them toward action. They are ready to reach out. They are ready to open up. They are ready to admit everything, every feeling, every confusion, every mistake. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child, a reunion, a confession, a turning point destiny never abandoned. Amen. 1919. My beloved child, take a deep breath. Because this is the part where the truth becomes almost unbearable. Something huge is waiting for you, and what I'm about to reveal next is the secret they've been hiding in the deepest corner of their heart, a truth even they were scared to admit. Ever since they let go of the wrong woman, their emotional world flipped upside down. That woman had convinced them that you were the problem, that you were the threat, that you were the distraction. But when she was gone, the poison she planted dissolved, and suddenly they saw everything clearly. You were never the problem. You were the blessing. And that realization hit them harder than any heartbreak ever could. Amen. 2020. Now watch destiny force the next truth out of them, because what they felt after letting her go was not relief, it was longing. A deep, sharp, overwhelming longing for you. They began to miss the way you spoke to them. The way you believed in them. The way you saw their soul even when they were trying to hide it. They realized that you gave them a kind of love that the wrong woman could never offer, pure, honest, steady, healing. And now they feel the absence of your energy like an ache that refuses to fade. They are replaying moments with you in their mind again and again, not because they want to, but because they can't stop. The connection they tried to bury has resurfaced stronger, louder, more undeniable than ever. Amen. 2121. Now brace yourself, because the next revelation will shake your heartbeat. They are ready to repair everything. Not just with words, but with actions. They are planning to reach out, not casually, not lightly, but with a seriousness that will show you they've changed. They want to talk, not small talk, not surface talk, but a deep conversation where they confess everything. Why they chose wrong. Why they stayed stuck. Why they ignored their feelings. Why they hurt you unintentionally. Why they couldn't let go earlier. And why they can't move forward without you now. They are rehearsing every line in their mind, imagining your reaction, preparing for the emotional weight of facing you after everything that happened. They know they messed up. They know they wasted time. They know they trusted the wrong woman. And now, all they want is one chance. One conversation. One opening. One moment to show you who they really are. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. Your story with them is not over, destiny is rewriting it as you listen. Amen. 2222. My beloved child, what I'm about to reveal now is the part destiny kept hidden until the exact right moment, and that moment is now. Something huge is waiting for you, and this truth explains why their heart has been restless ever since they cut ties with the wrong woman. The emptiness they felt wasn't loneliness, it was clarity. A clarity so sharp it sliced open every lie, every illusion, every fake emotion they once believed. For the first time in months, they saw themselves honestly, and in that raw honesty, they realized they had been living a life that didn't belong to them. They had been trying to force a future with the wrong woman, while their destiny was screaming your name the entire time. Amen. 2323. Now listen to the next wave of truth, because the universe didn't just pull them away. It pushed them toward their purpose. After letting go of the wrong woman, they began feeling something they hadn't felt in a long time: hope. And that hope wasn't tied to freedom, it was tied to you. They started imagining what life would look like if they came back. They imagined conversations with you, deep, emotional, honest. They imagined apologizing and watching your eyes soften. They imagined healing the connection and rebuilding trust piece by piece. And they imagined a future where they wouldn't ever have to lose you again. These thoughts aren't passing moments, they're consuming them. They're waking up with you on their mind and falling asleep thinking about whether you still care. They're scared they're too late, but they're also driven by the belief that destiny wouldn't pull them away from the wrong woman unless something divine was waiting for them next. Amen. 2424. But now comes the revelation that will shake your soul, because they didn't just emotionally detach from that wrong woman, they discovered a truth about her that changed everything. Something she did. Something she said. Something she hid. It's a betrayal, a secret, a manipulative move that opened their eyes instantly. That was the final blow, the moment they realized they had been investing in someone who didn't deserve their loyalty, their time, or their heart. And that shock did something unexpected: it unlocked their feelings for you completely. They felt the difference between real love and fake attachment. They felt the difference between peace and chaos. They felt the difference between you and her. And now, they aren't just planning to return, they're preparing to come back with a depth of sincerity they've never shown before. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. The connection they tried to bury is rising again. Stronger, louder, and aligned with destiny. Amen. 2525. My beloved child, the truth you are about to hear now is the most intense part of the entire revelation, the moment their soul collided with reality. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the exact point where destiny grabbed them so hard that they could no longer ignore what their heart had been screaming. After letting go of the wrong woman, they felt a collapse inside them, but that collapse wasn't destruction, it was rebirth. For the first time in a long time, their emotions weren't being manipulated. Their mind wasn't being clouded. Their heart wasn't being controlled. They were finally free to feel, and the only feeling that rose from inside them was you. Your name lit up inside their chest like a flame they could no longer extinguish. Amen. 2626. Now let the next revelation shake you, because they didn't walk away from that woman calmly, it ended with truth spilling out like wildfire. They confronted her lies. They confronted her manipulation. They confronted her selfishness. And the moment they did, she showed her real face, the face they ignored all this time. That confrontation broke the illusion completely. They finally understood that they weren't losing love, they were escaping control. And escaping her opened a massive spiritual door inside them. A door that leads straight back to your memory, your energy, your presence. They realized they never felt safe with her. But with you, even silence felt peaceful. Even distance felt warm. Even misunderstandings felt fixable. You weren't just someone they liked, you were the person their soul kept running back to. Amen. 2727. Now hold your breath, because what I'm about to tell you next is destiny's loudest signal. They are feeling the urge, a strong, unstoppable urge, to reach out to you. Not next month. Not next year. Soon. Very soon. The universe is pushing them. Their dreams are pushing them. Their guilt is pushing them. Their heart is pushing them. They are afraid of being rejected, but they're more afraid of losing the one person who was meant for them from the beginning, you. They're practicing what they will say. They're imagining seeing your face again. They're imagining telling you the truth. I chose wrong. I wasted time. But my heart never stopped choosing you. They want to fix things. They want to rebuild trust. They want to show you the version of themselves that was buried under confusion and manipulation. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child, a moment that will shift your entire connection into a new chapter. Amen. 2828.